Hello learners, welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we shall be discussing about the objectives or purpose of financial analysis. So without any delay, let us quickly get into the topic. So let's begin with it. So the first point over here is to measure the earning capacity or the profitability, definitely of the business. So what is the purpose of financial analysis? Point number one is to measure the earning capacity or the profitability. Now, while explaining the meaning of financial analysis, I had explained you the meaning of profitability. So more or less you have an idea that what is profitability? It is the degree to which a company, a business or a firm earns profit or it has a financial gain, right? So let's read the point and then I'll explain you. According to Robert Anthony, the overall objective of a business is to earn a satisfactory return on the funds invested in it, consistent with maintaining a sound financial position. Sound financial position means a good financial position, okay? So we all know this, that to earn a satisfactory return, to earn a proper profit on whatever funds we have invested in our business, on the capital that we have invested in the business, is of course the main objective of any company, right? So this is also said by Mr. Robert Anthony. Next line says, financial analysis helps in ascertaining whether the adequate profits are being earned on the capital invested in the business. So why is financial analysis important? Because it helps us to know that we are earning proper profits or not on the capital invested in the business, or is it that the business is going into losses. So that is very important, and to know it, who helps us? The financial analysis helps us. Next line says, it is also disclosed by the analysis of financial statements whether these profits are increasing or decreasing over the years. Very important. Not only financial analysis helps us to know the profitability, the current profitability rate, but also it helps us to know whether the rate of profitability has increased during the years or it is decreasing during the years. What is actually the trend of my business? So this also is known to us through what? Through the financial analysis, right? Next line. For this purpose, financial statements of few years are taken into account to compute the change in profits over the years. Such analysis helps in ascertaining the future profitability or the earning capacity of the business. So more or less what we got to know from this point is that financial analysis helps us to understand whether a business is earning adequate profit or not on the capital invested, and also whether these profits are increasing or decreasing over the years. Because for any business, for any company, earning proper profits, earning satisfactory returns is one of the main objective, right? So to know whether the business is actually fulfilling its objective of this profit earning or not, we need to have a financial analysis of it. Financial analysis of it means financial analysis of the financial statements. Understood? I hope this would be clear. Moving on to the next point. Now in point number 1, we measured profitability. In point number 2, we are going to measure the solvency. Now what is solvency? Solvency is whether the business can pay its short-term and long-term liabilities in time or not. That is actually what is called as solvency. So let's go into the point and read what it's written over here. It can be ascertained from the financial analysis whether the business is in a position to pay its short-term and long-term liabilities in time or not. Okay, so when we are considering the payment of the short-term and long-term liabilities, it means that we are measuring the solvency of the business. So keep this in mind. Next line says, for example, the liquidity ratios are calculated to ascertain whether the business enterprise has sufficient liquid funds to meet its short-term liabilities. At the same time, the debt equity ratio is calculated to ascertain whether the business enterprise has got the ability to repay the long-term liabilities or not. So what is being said over here? It is said that to measure the payment of short-term liabilities, we generally calculate the liquidity ratios, and to measure the payment of the long-term liabilities, we calculate the debt equity ratios. Now what are these? In details we will be learning when we will be doing the accounting ratios chapter. For the time being, you just be acquainted with the name. Clear? This point is clear, very simple point. That in order to measure the debt payment capability of the company, of the business or of the firm, we have an analysis and we check whether the business is solvent enough or not. And for checking those solvency, we calculate some ratios. Clear? Moving on to the next point. The next point says measure the financial strength. What is financial strength? Let's read. The purpose of financial analysis is to assess the financial potential of the business. Analysis helps in providing answer to the following questions. First point, funds required for the purchase of new machinery and equipment will be available from the internal resources of the business or not? And based on the current reputation of the business, how much funds can be raised from the external sources? So this point, basically we are considering the strength, or you can say the financial strength of the company, that whether the company is capable enough to purchase new machinery and equipment from its internal resources or not. Now what are internal resources? The equity share capital, preference share capital, these all will come under the internal resources of the company. And if the company is wanting to collect money from public, then how much funds it can raise through the external sources. Now what will come under external sources? Debentures, loans from financial institutions, loans from commercial banks. Okay, these all we have done in class 11 business studies, chapter number 7, I guess. So we have covered this thing. So the answer to these questions can only be made available once the analysis of the financial statements are made. Thereby we get to know, or we will get to know, the financial strength of the firm. Done with this point? Very simple point. Whether the business is capable enough to purchase new machinery on its own or not. Okay? Or if the business is wanting to raise funds through public, how much will it be able to raise? So this was basically this point. Next point says make a comparative study with other firms. So let's read this point. It says the purpose of financial analysis is to help the management to make a comparative study of profitability of various firms engaged in the same trade. Such comparisons help the management to study the position of their firms in respect of sales, expenses, profitability and working capital in comparison to other firms. Now what does that mean? It means that we can compare our own profit with the last year's profit. Okay, that is fine. But in case we want to have a comparison of our firms with the other firms that are operating in the same area or in the same trade, then who will help us? These financial analysis method will help us. Okay, what will happen over here? We will be able to make a comparative study of the profits of these different firms. Then we can check that, okay, my company is able to make, suppose, profit X. That company is able to make profit Y. My sales is this much, their sales is this much. How much is their sales more than mine? Or how much is their expenses more than mine expenses? Okay, so these kind of comparisons, if we want to do of ourselves with any other firms, then we can take the help of these financial statements analysis. Clear with it? Very simple point. to make comparative study with other firms, right? Next point says to measure the capability of payment of interest and dividend. The purpose of analysis is to assess whether the firm will have sufficient profits to pay the amount of interest in time and whether it has the capability to pay the dividend in future at a higher rate or not. So what does that mean? If we want to check that whether a firm will have sufficient profits to pay the interest in time or not, or in the upcoming years will it be able to pay dividend at a higher rate or not, then we need to have the analysis of the financial statements, because these analysis will only help us know that what is actually the capability of the company, what is actually the capability of the firm, whether it is capable to make the payments or not, whether it is capable to pay me a higher rate of dividend or not. Clear? Now these financial statements analysis, if I get to know that, oh, this company is capable enough to pay me a higher rate of dividend, then what can I do from an investor's viewpoint? You think I will keep my money there, right? But if I feel that this company is not in a position to either pay me a interest or give me a dividend, then do you think that I will keep my investments in that company anymore? No, I will find ways to get my money taken out of that, redeemed out of that, right? Clear? So to know the financial capability of any company, we need to have the analysis of their financial statements. Okay. Next point says to identify the trend of business. Now, while reading the definition of analysis of financial statements, I told you that these analysis of financial statements helps us to know the strong points and the weak points of the business. At the same time, it helps us to know that whether these profits will remain continuous or not, whether it is increasing or whether it is decreasing. Now once we get to understand that whether our profits are increasing in nature or decreasing in nature, what do we get to understand? Indirectly we will get to understand the trend of the business, that the business is upward sloping or downward sloping. Understood? Clear? Let's read this point to identify the trend of the business. When the data about sales, cost of production, profits are compared for 2 or more years, what do? They give us a direction in which the business is moving. If the sales are increasing, then we get to understand that there is a healthy growth in my company. But if that does not happen, we get to know that business is not progressive. It is going in a downfall. Understood? Simple concept. That means when we compare the sales, the cost, the profits for 2 years or more, we get to understand a trend. And this trend tells us whether my business is growing or my business is having a decline. Clear? Moving to the next point. The next point says to judge the efficiency of management. Now, what is management, or how is the management can be said to be an efficient one? If the ratios are proper, if the cash flow statement is proper, if the balance sheet and statement of profit and loss, these statements analysis show that all the financial policies are proper, everything is proper. That means what conclusion can we withdraw? We can withdraw that if these financial statements are proper, then definitely the management is working in efficiency. If the business is growing, we get to know through the trend analysis, we get to know that this business is solvent enough, we get to know that the profitability of the business is higher. What can we conclude? We can conclude that the management is efficient enough, it is working. Okay, so this analysis of financial statements, it not only helps us know the profitability, the trend, the interest payment capacity of the business, but also it tells us about the efficiency of the management, that whether the management is working in an efficient manner or not. Okay, let's read. The purpose of financial statement analysis is to judge or is to find that the financial positions adopted by the management are proper or not. For example, if the actual ratios calculated on the basis of financial statements are in accordance with their standard ratios, then the policy of the management can said to be a proper and an efficient one. Clear? Very simple. And the last point over here, it says to provide useful information to the management. The objective of financial analysis is to find out the shortcomings of the business. Shortcomings means the weak points of the business. Now, once these weak points are revealed through having an analysis, what can be done? Remedial steps or remedial measures can be taken so that these shortcomings, these weak points of the business of the firm can be removed. And then the business can again work in a healthy manner, in a strong manner. Understood? So I hope today's topic would be clear to you. I shall meet you in the next video.